expedition. This week, we're in the Victorian High Country. Check it out.
Every time you listen to the radio, every time you watch TV, all they see the violent people, everyone to disagree. Wanna get them out, wanna get them out, get them out, get them out of fear. Get them out, get them out, get them out, get them out of fear. We don't want those violent people.
Good morning, guys. Here we are at the start of our Victoria High Country trek. It's going to be a big day of driving today. We're currently camped at the Big River, probably about 20 kilometres west of Woods Point. Today we're going to head up across Mount Terrible on the Mount Terrible track. We should get to Jamison in a couple of hours. We're going to refuel in Jamison and head up through the Harqua Hills, over the top of Mount Stirling, and then get down to Craig's Hut. Then we'll do the King Basin Road all the way around, hit the Mount Cobbler track, and then hopefully tonight we'll be camping at Lake Cobbler, just under Mount Cobbler. Let's see how we go. The ascent to the Mount Terrible track is over 1,000 metres, and some of these climbs just seem to go on forever. Track conditions are pretty good at the moment, with only a few steep and loose shaly sections. I would give the Mount Terrible track a solid C grade rating. You really need a proper four-wheel drive for this one, with a low-speed transfer case. Transversing the track from the Eildon Jamison Road all the way through to Woods Point can easily be done in one day, making the Mount Terrible track an awesome overnight jaunt out of Melbourne. The track is well known for being hit by snow during the months of July and August, which can often make it impassable. And it's not only the snow you've got to worry about. Bad weather can hit quickly and without warning, and cause the track to become extremely slippery, making it very difficult to climb up these steep graded hills. It's always a good idea to check the weather forecast before undertaking any high country expedition, and it's probably wise to avoid this region altogether in the winter time. We are only doing the centre section of the track this time around, but we still take in the best of the mountain views. Victorian High Country is really a superb place to come for driving and camping. I mean, it's got a lot of everything. Great camping, great bushland, excellent tracks, river crossings, very remote, and it's just got that sense of adventure about it, which I really love. You've really got to be at the top of your game here though. I mean, you don't want to be complacent. Most of the tracks out here are relatively okay going, but there's quite a few that are downright dangerous and scary as. So know where you're going, try and understand the difficulty of the tracks that you're taking, because you can find yourself going down a steep incline only to find the way out is so treacherous. You really got to be careful on that front. With that said, if that's what you're chasing, this is a great place to come. Probably the best place in Australia, I would say, for real serious off-road challenges. Having said that, most of the tracks out here are reasonably easy going. If you don't mind a huge drop off on the side of the road there, kind of keeps the heart elevated a little bit. About 10 kilometres on from the Mount Terrible trig point, we descend down into the valley towards Kevington. The Mansfield Woods Point Road is a delightful drive and is very popular with motorcyclists, cyclists and day trippers out of Melbourne alike. The road snakes its way along the floor of the valley, following the curves of the beautiful Goulburn River. There are numerous spots where you can pull over and have a picnic too. Not far on, we pass through the small hamlet of Jamison and make a brief stop for fuel and lunch. The next phase of the expedition takes us northeast into the Harquail Hills. But first, we've got to cross the Jamison River. Well, it's the third time we've rolled the trailer. Seems to happen every couple of months now. Seems to be alright. It's a little bit of scratching and denting on the metal, but I think it's alright. Landed right in the cow poo. Anyway. On the northern side of the river, the track immediately starts to climb steeply, and the first one is relentless. It just goes on and on and on. Cresting a hill is always an exciting moment in the Victorian High Country. I somehow enjoy the eager anticipation of what lies on the other side. Another near vertical climb, or is it a knuckle clenching descent? Either way, it's not often disappointing. There are quite a few things you should consider before striking out into the wilds of the Victorian High Country on an expedition like this one, and fuel is one of the most important. Since leaving Jamison, our fuel economy has blown out to over 39 litres per 100 kilometres. With only an 85 litre fuel tank, this drops our range from 650 kilometres to a little more than 200 kilometres. And out here, 200 kilometres is not a long way at all. In fact, you may be more than 200 kilometres away from your closest fuel station by the time you've worked out how bad your fuel economy is. Well, I gotta tell you guys, these high country tracks really get the heart racing. It's been a while since I've been up here and I've forgotten about this feeling, but whew. Towing a camper trailer like we are can add quite a bit to your fuel consumption out here. Our trailer is very lightweight, weighing in at around 650 kilograms, and is on average responsible for 14% of our fuel consumption. I would say generally that the Victorian High Country is not really a camper trailer friendly place, and if you don't need to take one, my advice is don't. And if your trailer weighs more than about 1,000 kilograms, forget about it. No four-wheel drive vehicle will be able to get enough traction to
pull it up these hills.
Unfortunately, we can't get up to the Harkwa Hills because there's been a big bushfire up there. They've got the road all closed off, so we've had to turn around and we're going to head back down to the Jamison Mansfield Road and then go up a little bit. And there's a road called Ashwin Road, and we're going to take that across to Mount Stirling, and then we're going to go over the top of Mount Stirling.
The Mount Stirling track is another Vic High Country classic. Combined with the King Basin Road Loop, it's got to be one of the best overnight trips out of Melbourne. Starting at Circuit Road, the track climbs progressively higher and higher via numerous switchbacks and passes through beautiful snow gum forest. I would give the track a C-grade rating, suitable only to vehicles with a low-speed transfer, and I would also advise to have reasonably good tyres because this track is very shaly. The Mount Stirling track is very popular in the summer months and is a pretty safe option for those who are a little bit apprehensive about striking out into the wilderness on a solo expedition. As the track approaches the summit, the trees begin to clear, revealing astonishing mountain views. The Mount Stirling Tree Point is one of the most incredible mountain views anywhere in Australia. On a clear day, you can see for miles and miles in every direction.
Oh, we've made it to the summit of Mount Stirling, which is about 1,750 metres. Beautiful up here. It's cold though, it's probably about 5 degrees. That wind is really putting a chill up us. Beautiful spot, beautiful drive.